Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make an advanced macro UI, which is actually not advanced at all. It just requires one or two macro commands, and they're pretty, I guess, easy. You just need a notepad to keep track of what you're doing. So when you start the game, you only have hotbars 1 and 2 visible. You can press escape and go character configuration, and then you can display up to 10 hotbars all along. So what I've got here, I've got hotbars 1, 2, 3, and 4 for my actions / combat actions. So these we're not going to talk about. Got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 available for making my, I guess, hotbar macro menu. So I'm going to explain what hotbars 5 from 10 are for. 5 is for the main menu, which we'll get to later. We have 6 as the display menu, which again we'll talk about that later. Then we have 7, 8, 9, 10 as storage information storage. So imagine if anyone's ever used Excel, copying information from one cell to another cell. Basically, it's very simple. A database, basically. So to demonstrate how this works, I'm going to put auto attack here, then limit break down here on the shared bars. So because these are shared bars, these won't change when I change class. But because this is 7, hotbar 7 is unshared, when I change to Fisher, this would disappear. Boom, like that. So that's the basic premise of this thing. Now to actually show you how to make the menu, continue watching. But first off, I'm going to show you what I have in plan for my menu. So as you can see here, I have a plus, which is expand, minus, which is menu, DPS classes, which just shows you my DPS classes, tank classes, healing classes. This looks very messy, so I'm sorry, but just anything that can help you keep track of what your bars will look like or where your bars are stored. So I have bottom 7, 8, 9, 10 here written down. So this will come in handy because that will tell me where the information for each of these, I guess, macros / menus are saved. So let's go ahead and go back to the game with that in mind. So we're going to put, I've already made this ahead of time, but plus here and minus here, which is what I wrote on the notepad, as you can see. So we've got bottomless 7 plus bottomless 8 minus. So that's that. So now to explain the macro that's already here, I've got hotbar copy bottomless 8 share 5. Okay. So basically what this does, it copies the hotbar from botanist, the botanist class, 8, which is this bar here, and puts it into share 5. So for these two bars, imagine them as being a class in themselves called share. That's the basic premise. So the way this macro will work, it will show, I will copy this bar into this bar. Okay, so if I execute, boom, hello. And then this one is the same except just 7. And if I execute, boom, right? So let's go ahead and just name them expand and minimize. Now because this is minimized, I want this to also hide this, but we'll write a macro for that later. So let's go ahead and get my other things ready. So we're just gonna go DPS, tank, and healer for the sake of this video, although it's gonna be way too long. Then we want to put that on the main menu. Okay? Just like that. And then once we hit plus, boom, these show up as well. So once we click this, we want that to show up here. As you can see, I staggered it, but that you don't need to stagger it. That's just for my own appearance's sake, I guess. Cosmetic feature. So we want to get all my DPS classes from here. So Black Mage, Bard, Dragoon, Machinist, Monk, Ninja, Summoner. Then let's put up tanks on there as well while we're at it. We're going to stagger it because this is also staggered, so I'll show you what it means when I mean staggered, but very nice. It's just cosmetic, really. You don't need to do this. Alright, so basically, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So let's go ahead and copy this. Except these are now bottomless 9 and I guess 10. So 9. So I'm going to copy from bottomless 9 here and put it onto share 6 here. Oh hey, Odin fades out, but whatever. And then let's copy and paste this and do that for tanks as well. Let's write this down. Alright, so now if we press DPS, hello. Press tank, hello. That's the basic premise. However, if we press minimize now, nothing happens, right? That's because we fucked up our macro somewhere. So once we go into here, let's have a look. It's copying. When we hit this, it should show bottomless 7, which is here, and onto share 5, which is not. We also want to hide this, so let's go ahead and do that. Hotbar display, I think it is. 6 off. So that will just tell it to turn off display 6. So if we do that, there we go. See? Now it's working. This is not working. So to fix that, you just do the exact same thing, except that reverse. Hotbar display 6 on. Then now if you press it, hello, and then voila. So to make sure that whenever you minimize your window and you want to expand your window, just copy and paste this to every F macro that's going to be on your main window. Now you see we've run out of hotbars for bottomless class. So how we're going to continue doing our, I guess, UI, that's by changing class. So bear with me while I change to Fisher. We're going to go ahead and put our healing classes on number 7 here. So that's Astrologian and whatever. I have 2 Astrologian classes because it's slightly different here. Then we're going to have Scholar and White Mage. Okay, so we're going to go in here and copy and paste that, blah blah blah. Now, because it's on Fisher, we write Fisher instead. And then, simple as that, we put Fisher 7. So always copy from here, even if I'm on a different class. So if I press this, it still copies from Botanist. So it doesn't matter what class you're on, just as long as you use hotbars that you won't use for other classes, if that makes sense. So these will always be unused. 7 to 10 will always be unused for every other class I use, even my combat classes. I only choose to do them on my gathering classes because I don't need that many hotbars in gathering classes. I could also do them on my jobs, so you can take off your soul stone for each of your, I guess, classes, and then just use like Lancer and use them there. But the thing about that is sometimes you'll have job-specific items like your lance, for example. It's only Dragoon only, so you can't take off your soul stone easily. So it can be a pain in the ass. That's why I use my Disciples to hand and land. So if we execute this now, it will show my healing classes. And because it's not staggered properly, I want to put at least DNL over here, Eternal here, Scholar, White Mage. And then now it's nicely staggered. So that's the very basic premise of how my macro window works. So I recommend you write up a list like this of what things you want. So I have a location also written down. So my main expand button is in bottomless 7, main menu is bottomless 8, DPS classes is bottomless 9, tank classes bottomless 10, key thing, healer classes are on Fisher 7. Like, you don't need to save it, but you just need to know, you just need to be, I guess, used to where your things are located in your, I guess, game. But yeah, that's the very basic premise of this macro UI. I'm just gonna wait. But thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.